up, guys? So, Mr. Rambo, what do you think? What do you want to review today? Yeah? Anyway, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go out there and we're going to do some cool little review on some levers I just got. Really cool levers, but yeah, let's do it. Hey guys, welcome back to my Hypermotard. What's up, Rambo? Mr. Rambo's here. And today what we're going to do, we're going to talk about short levers. I got some new levers, so I'm going to do a little review on these levers. You know, one of the things I've been wanting to do for a while is actually get some short brake and clutch levers. And, you know, these are the original OEMs, just very bulky, you know. So the main reason I chose short levers is because I usually only use 2 fingers. I know a lot of people use the 4 fingers, so these levers are great for that. But in my case, this section here was pretty much a waste. And it was just, it's awkward, it's heavy, and it's bulky. So the short levers it's amazing how much more sensitivity you get out of these short levers, especially when it comes to the friction zone. Yeah, I mean, you really feel it. So yeah, I love them, man. And now I've been using them for a while. There's a lot of other brands out there, and some of those are really expensive, over $200. And then I found these guys, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna try these out. You know, there's a lot of, usually when I buy something, I look at the reviews, and there are a lot of great reviews on this, but there's also those bad reviews. So I like to go into those bad reviews and find out, well, why didn't it work? You know, when people say that, oh, be careful because it sticks on you. Well, why did it stick on you? I want to find out. So I emailed some of those people back, and let's get a close-up of these levers. So these are the levers right here. One of the main reasons that people were having issues is, you know, when I saw one guy's pictures, his bike was filthy to start with. Second thing is he took it off, did not clean it, did not grease it, just put it right back on. Now come on, man, it's like, even if I put an OEM, this one broke, for example, and I put a brand new one on, didn't grease this and didn't clean it, yeah, of course, eventually over time, this section here is going to stick. That little section there is going to stick, the boot, because it's all filthy, full of dirt. So, you know, when you look at some of these reviews, you got to be careful. You got to look at in detail what it is they're having problems with. The guys that actually put it the way it should be put, like I'll show you in a little bit, is grease it adequately and use the proper tools and do whatever it takes, you know, clean it really well, because over time it gets really dirty in here and on the bottom. So you just take a towel when you take this off, wipe it off really good, grease it, put all the stuff back on. If you don't do that, yeah, of course you're gonna have problems. But you know, I've had these for a while, and there is no way that these things are sticking at all. So like I was saying, you know, if you re-grease these things, I can tell you, they're really good quality. They're, you know, made out of, I got them on eBay, made out of aluminum. They weigh approximately 300 grams. They're really strong. And the quality, the workmanship, if you want to focus down below, I'll show you. Okay, so if you notice here, this is laser etched. So it's not gonna rub off, you know, over time, rubbing. It's not gonna, it doesn't rub off. It's laser etched on there, the name. These can be ordered in different names, Yamaha, whatever it is bike you have. And yeah, they're really, the quality of these things is actually pretty amazing. I'm actually very surprised because my intention was to get these, try them out, and if I wasn't happy with them, I was gonna order the more expensive ones. But there's no way. I mean, I love these things. I really like them. So the other cool thing about these is that you can actually order these different colors. So, I mean, obviously I chose red for this. My son actually had kind of a cool idea. He said, Dad, why don't you order green? One green, one red, you know, the Ducati emblem, which is, yeah, you know, the Italian. It would have been cool. But yeah, I didn't even think about that. And in fact, I don't even know if you can actually order one and the other. They probably could, I don't know. So I'm gonna put a link below of where I got these, and you guys can read your own reviews. You know, tell me what you guys think. But as far as, again, the installation was really easy. The only thing you need to do is basically you get a 4mm hex right here, and you have a nut down below. It's a 10mm wrench. And basically unscrew the nut, and unscrew this, take it off, and this whole section here just pops off. You know, this piece right here. So what you do next is actually you take this piece off, which I kind of slid off a little bit. You just kind of like hammer this down. It's not really hard to do. There's actually a lot of videos on how to do it. You get a socket that's smaller than this. You put it there and you hammer it down. And the reason why you do that is because you got to take this pin out. I don't know if you can't really see it, but it's this thing here that fits into this boot right here. So in order to take that out, you have to take this out. So, and that's the pin that fits here. So what I did was actually take that out, put it back in here, grease everything up. And the hardest part for me, and I saw other videos of people doing this, I don't know, I couldn't figure, it wouldn't work on this, is the boot is very, very, it's a very soft rubber. And that peg, it has a little peg in there that you need to slide into the boot. So what happened, every time I would slide it into the boot would push back, and it kept like doing this kind of thing. You know, the pin wouldn't go in. It just kept doing this on me, and I'm like, okay, how am I going to get this thing in there? So actually, I got some help, and once we figured it out, it was actually very easy. We got 2 needle nose pliers, one on top, one on the bottom, and not pulling, but just holding the boot. And then I just slid this in, and it worked magically. It just, you know, of course you put grease, and it just went right in, really, really smooth. That was it. And then of course tighten this, and I put some Loctite on the bottom nut, and that was really it, man. The installation was actually very easy. So I mean, my recommendations is, you know, if you don't want to spend $200 or over $200 on fancy levers, you know, and these are pretty nice. They have the name of whatever bike you have, if you even want the name. They come in all different colors: green, yellow, blue, red, and black, I think. And maybe even gold, I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, they're great levers. You know, they have the adjustability, which is super easy right here, you know, to bring your fingers, you know, forward, depending on the length of your fingers. I like mine right about there. And I love it because, I mean, it keeps these fingers on the OEM. Every time I went like this, it just hit my fingers. These are like perfect, really, really smooth. The other thing is the sensitivity. The friction zone on these is not like the other ones that I had, where the friction zone was like, it was really far in, the OEM ones. These are like right about there. You can really feel that friction zone. So the other thing is, you know, as far as the friction zone, I took it into the parking lot, which I usually do. I usually do like 5 to 10 minute drills at least once a week, you know, doing figure eights, doing all kinds of weird stuff. But it's just keep me in tune with the bike, and just it's always good practice to do that, because you never know what's going to come up in traffic, emergency braking. You never know. So I just like to be ready. So again, talking about the friction zone, I mean, when I first took it out to the parking lot, I stalled it a couple times, and because the friction zone was it was just in a different spot. But the interesting part of it, once I got used to it, it was so much. I noticed my shifting got smoother, my slow speed drills got much better as far as like the sensitivity. I can go much slower. I can really feel that friction zone in, and yeah, I mean, it's awesome. So as far as the brake, it's the same thing with the brake. I feel much more in control, you know, because I use the 2 fingers. It's not hitting these other fingers. So one of the things I noticed about the front brake, the lever, it was really, really cool. You know, obviously for as far as the sensitivity of the brake, it's really, really nice. It's just the feel that you have with trail braking. It's really, really nice. You can really feel the pads engaging on that disc. Really, really smooth. I've noticed my trail braking got so much more smoother on the corners, and you know, it was actually immediately, almost like the first time I went out and I did it. You really have you're a lot more in tune with what's going on up here and what's going on down there. The OEM it's too long of a lever, so you just, I don't know, it's not the same feeling. It's hard to describe. I wish I can describe it, but it's really very hard to describe. You have to feel it. And yeah, again, I really like these levers. One of the other things also is, someone did mention that the color tended to fade in the sun. Well, and then when I asked him, I said, well, where do you park your bike mostly? And he goes, well, I normally park it outside. You know, if I park this bike outside, I guarantee you, these things aren't going to be the only thing that fade. The color on the bike, any color, you park your car outside, you know, the sun destroys everything. So, you know, luckily I'm fortunate enough to be able to park indoors, whether I go to work or here in my house. It's always inside. The only time it's outside is when I'm riding it. So, you know, the sun destroys it. So you can't just say these are faulty because they fade. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed my review. Let me know what you guys think. I really want to know if you guys actually are planning on buying these, or if you have bought them. I really want to know how it's working out for you, because like I said, mine are working out awesome. I can't even imagine changing them for something else, because I'm going to get the same exact results for a hell of a lot more money. So anyway, if you guys are thinking about getting these or just want to read about them, do your research. There's a lot of good reviews on these, and again, outweigh the good and the bad, because you gotta wonder some of those bad reviews, why, exactly what I was talking about earlier, why those things happen. But anyway, hope you guys like the review. So again, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys think. And from Mr. Rambo and I, over and out. We'll be here on the next one, all right? Take care, guys.